Hey, how's it going, everybody? There's this guy I had learned recently. He's a dude for this focus group, and not really this focus group, but he was a guy who learned that like different Pepsis with different aspartame, it's like a sweetener. Different of these sweeteners, there wasn't just one sweetener for people. It's actually, and he thought it was just like he had a different levels of sweeteners for this Pepsi, and it'd be like a bell curve, like the majority of people like this, and the majority of people, it would just taper off because. But it turns out the dude found that multiple people like multiple things, and I don't want to take from this video from this other dude. I'll see if I can link it in my description. But this dude found out that people like different things, and that's how they found, from what I understand, they found chunky pasta sauce, and that actually it was a video. It was a video based off video games in hard mode, and when people say they want easy mode, he was trying to contextualize exactly why they want easy mode, and I think he was going to trail off the idea of like people like different things and people want different things, and they want that in the sense that they don't know what they want, but they have different tastes for different things. Let's say that, But technically, as far as I understand, I think when the dude's his conversation, his video was raised that we kind of don't know what we want. Eventually, we gotta come to be asked and discover what we want. You can do that with a lot of thinking, a lot of learning, a lot of growth, maybe even some failure. But you learn what you want. And I just think to myself, like, because he said I think he had this dude, I'll put him in the description, but he said there's no one Pepsi. There's just no one Pepsi. There's no one size fits all. And I'd like to think in the dating market, the same thing. There is no one size fits all. There are things you're just gonna have to learn and figure out. I've been learning stuff. I'm still learning stuff of things that I want. But it's like some of stuff you got to figure out, and some things you shouldn't feel so bad about. Some things, and I say that some things because it's like for instance, if somebody say, "Hey, I want to cheat instead of being in an open relationship," they said that's actually not pretty cool. That's not a good idea. But if somebody say, "Hey, I want to be in an open relationship. I want to be with you exclusively, but I kind of want to just mess around with some other folks," there's somebody out there for you for that. If somebody said, "Hey, I want to be with a Jewish person, and but I don't want that person to be super like into their religion," I guess there's somebody out there for them too. If they say, "Hey, I just want to be with a black person. I want to be with a person who's conscious, who's spiritual, and stuff like that," there's a person out there for you too. But even if it's just like not just these concepts, in terms of like your introversion, you might find an introverted person. I want a person who's patient. You might find a patient person. But a lot of stuff you come in with trial and error. You figure this stuff out, and you say, "This, I was in this relationship, or I was in this dating, and I found out I didn't really like that." I'm like, now you understand better. Now that you're outside that relationship, you now know what you want now, and I think that's so important that people figure out what they want. I think that's so important. People do need to figure out exactly what they're looking for, and it's not so much like 100%, because I don't know if we'll get 100%, but at least vet them very well. In dating, you vet them, you ask all these important questions, because either way, you're for people who say, and I think I made another video about this. When people say, "Don't waste my time," your time's going to be wasted either way. It's going to be wasted when you get home and chill out on Netflix or Facebook or whatever. Your time's just going to be wasted. Time is just not a thing that you can preserve. You can't reserve time. You can't say, "All right, I'm gonna save 20 hours for this." You can save it at your job. You can save it for your day off, but you can't save it, period. You're just going to be wasting time either way. So a better suggestion would be to make do and be very intentional how you spend your time. And when you're with somebody, don't say that. Forgive me, I just have an issue with people saying that, like, especially on dating profiles, "Don't waste my time." I'm like, it comes off as a little cold, a little callous. I say, be intentional. Say, "Hey, how's it going? This is the type of person I'm looking for." And then we could date. And then it's not just like, you know, because if you hide and say, yo, uh, we'll figure it out when we date. No, put a healthy amount of stuff, and I mean like, you know, a job interview. You know, you tell people about yourself, tell people about even bad things, but think that you're working on it. You know, um, and you tell them your goals, your realistic goals, stuff that's actually have attainable goals that can be done, um, and you tell people what you're looking for. You know, and unfortunately, some people's goals are very shallow. I know I've had shallow goals, especially in dating. Um, and some of us, I think a lot of us, many of us are not very humble people. We think we're like a 10 when we could be like a 6. We think we all like to think we're the best. We're the bee's knees. We're the best thing. And we put our best foot forward. But we have to be a bit honest. It's not that you put yourself down, but be honest about your assessment in relation to everybody else. And it's not like, you know, it doesn't matter what people think, but it's good to have a healthy sense of where you are, so that, okay, you know where you are, and you know where you want to go, you know where you want to be. Um, and so I think that's it. Um, just be very mindful of your intentions and what you want in a dating market. And there's no one size fits all for people. You have to figure that out. You got to figure out what type of person you are and what kind of person you want to be around, and what kind of things you're willing to tolerate. All right, bye.